Hey guys. Oh, it took a screenshot.
Alright,
Fun stuff.
we're back with Nier.
So we're back with Nier. So to expedite the next couple of runs of the game, we're going to be using my completed data, which has the chapter select available. So now we are starting the now we're starting Route B, which is 9S's side of the story.
We're playing as Nines.
Yes, Nines, which is what he desperately wants 2B to call him.
Man, 2B, if 2B wasn't such a square, then, or, you know, maybe...
She called him 9S once, or she called him Nines once.
Well... Take his legs.
I don't know why suddenly got quiet. I had to go turn up the volume right now.
Ah, you're a little dude.
Yeah, and I'm a little dude.
Yeah, that's adorable. Hey, do the windmill.
I don't think I can. Yeah,
Aw.
I can't. So, as you can see, he doesn't have proper feet. He just has those little...
Yeah,
He's like one of those toys.
should have taken the legs. And jumping seems to be a lot faster than waddling.
It is. But, there's going to be an issue with that right now. So if you'll notice... that didn't happen there. So I need to find something...
Hey, a bucket.
There we go, yeah. I got the bucket. So I'm going to pick up the bucket. So isn't this route cool?
Yep.
But see, here's one of the complications. Number one, well, I can jump at this point.
Okay.
But, see that thing on the floor? Oh, never mind.
Oh.
I guess it doesn't happen until I fill this up.
Okay, you can lose.
Yeah, you can, like, trip. You can, like, trip. So now... yeah, so no jumping.
Oh, that's not just because you hit a pipe.
I'm pretty sure that's just because you jumped.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I'll try it again just to be sure. Because if I can jump, it'll make things a lot faster, but I'm pretty sure the thing is you just can't jump. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't
alright.
jump, period. And you will trip over those pipes. That's why
Yeah.
that's why they're there.
Okay.
Because Taro loves to play the player.
Alright, here we go.
So we gotta circumnavigate.
We're on our way.
Yep. All the way back to Brobot.
Is that your maximum speed carrying
Yes.
the... Oh, God.
That is my that is my maximum speed. The only way to speed up was by jumping.
Man,
and we can't.
I hope that right when you get there, 9S just comes out of nowhere and slices you in half.
That would be pretty.
I'm
great.
waiting for it, like from up there, from the pit, from the bridge, Batman style. It's just delicately pouring the bucket in and then shah.
Almost there.
Oh, the bucket's leaking? Oh no, you're
Doesn't
just
matter
terrible.
how much oil you give him, little guy. You can't make a machine your brother.
Huh.
So that was pointless.
Alright.
Totally pointless.
Looks like it's time.
So 9S's route begins. 9S's route is parallel to 2B's. That's 2B's squadron up there.
Yeah, and this is... So this is what he was doing before he got assigned to your detail.
Exactly.
Okay.
Operator 210 to Unit 9S. Come in, 9S.
9S here. Go
So
ahead.
this is
The
a
Dora
different
troops have
operator than
commenced their
2B's.
descent.
Right.
Disable the enemy base's defense systems immediately.
Roger that.
She's kind of a hard ass. So 9S plays kind of differently from 2B. He still has light attacks, but he's got his like telekinetic sort of style. He also does not have a heavy attack. He does this, which is we'll get into it in a little bit, but it really.
So is he
changes
not
his gameplay.
actually holding his sword? He's just
Yeah,
making
he
his
just-
sword.
Yeah, he's like a new type.
Oh,
He's
okay,
like-
cool. That's actually really cool looking. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that. But people don't. A lot of people don't like the way he plays. I kind of, I don't know. I like things about him and I don't like things about him. But we are getting into our flight unit, and we get to play my favorite, thing, because I love these flight unit segments.
Raiden's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, it is, and it's a black one, unlike the white ones that 2B uses. So we still get our laser.
Well, I thought only the leaders were white and the rest were black in 2B's squad.
Well, they change color on the fly,
Right.
to reflect whoever the new one is. But they all apparently have the capability to change color on the fly.
Yeah. I wonder if there are any other significant colors besides white and black. Like if green means something or red means something.
White is just the commander color. It's like how in Gundam a lot of the commanders have horns. Just so you can see at a glance who the commander is.
Snake Beam OP.
Yeah, but I mean, you're expected to have
Yeah.
this stuff at this point.
Ah, spinning.
So, can I do it now? I can't do it. Oh, so this is what's different about 9S's gameplay. He can hack things.
Oh, if he just rams into it, he hacks them?
In place of that little beam thing I did, or that projectile I did, instead of when he like fired shot a little fireball.
Oh, I see.
In place of his heavy attack, that's now hacking.
I like that hacking in this is just as inaccurate as it is in every movie and TV show.
So the thing, the contention people have about 9S is that hacking is fucking broken.
Okay.
Hacking is the brokenest ass shit.
You mean just because at any point you can stop, go invincible, and play a minigame?
At any point during a fight, you can play the minigame, and if you win, the enemies take a huge chunk of damage. And I have him equipped with chips right now that also make the hacked enemy explode, which does damage to the enemies around it.
Cool.
So all those big robots and like the snakes and everything, you hack them, and they go down like really fast.
Awesome.
We'll need you to take
The thing
down
is that
enemy's
it gets,
defense
I mean,
systems to give
it's
our
neat,
attack
but it also
squad
gets really
a chance.
repetitive.
You have 4 targets.
I mean, so does,
Be-
every other form of combat, I guess.
Yeah, but this is a lot less fun. Doing this stage a million times is a lot less fun than sword fighting stuff. And there are different stages, but because like depending on like the complexity of what you're hacking, you'll get a more complex like hacking game to play.
Understandable.
But it's just like you'll see. It's a thing that would be fine if it was like cinematic, or like maybe like something you did like as part of like a QuickTime event or something.
Oh, so things like that you have to hack.
Yeah, you have to hack. But a lot of the times, especially once you've gotten some decent weapons, it's also like just a lot faster to just fight something.
There's actually... I'm reminded of a very cool... I'm not sure what kind of game you'd call it. It was just an indie game, a rather old indie game for PC called... I think it was called EG? I want to say.
See, look. So, these guys are too much trouble to fight, so I hack them.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a support unit. Like...
And insta-kill.
The
Yeah,
target
he's-
is now accessible.
That's what he did the entire time when he was supporting 2B. He was like, this guy's really tough, I'm gonna hack him.
But the thing is, it's not adding to gameplay, it's replacing gameplay.
Yeah, right.
Which is the problem.
But I mean, at least it's thematic for his role. He's a support type. You know?
I guess, but I just disagree with it from a design standpoint.
Okay.
It's like...
I mean, I get why people would be like, oh, this is dumb or easy or whatever.
Hacking complete. Proceed
Because
to the
it's
next
just
target.
Well, it's not
safe
even-
and easy. Like.
It's not even that it's easy. It's just that there are things you can only beat by hacking them, and hacking just gets repetitive.
I gotcha. I mean, when I consider things like this, it's always from a... I bring an unnecessary sense of realism to things like this, and so my only contention is that because the enemies, at least here, go down so easy, 9S just seems like a more capable 2B because he can fight and he can hack.
I mean, he's less good at fighting
Right.
on paper.
But because you can't actually
Yeah.
see that in the gameplay, it's just sort of like power creep. It feels like power creep.
well, I mean, that's also kind of the other thing, because 9S isn't a combat unit. He's a scout unit. That's what the S stands for.
Right.
So it is kind of weird that he ends up being way more effective than 2B. Granted, you're fighting machines, and machines, of course, are all vulnerable to hacking.
Right.
So I guess, I don't know, it's just the fact that, like, it's a very unplatinum thing to do.
Oh, you've got a time limit. That's what's going down.
Yeah, if you don't meet the time limit, you take some damage.
Okay, because like
And
they
you-
backhack you or something.
Yeah,
Task
exactly.
Complete. 2 targets remain.
But no, yeah, there was a. I don't remember. I think the game was called EG, just spelled IJI,
Uh-huh.
and it was. It's very old, but I think it was the first game that I can think of that had you fighting mechanical or partly mechanical enemies, and it was a 2D side scroller.
Huh.
But you had guns and melee weapons, and so you could do it Castlevania style. But enemies had a field of view, so if they were looking to the right, they can't see behind them to the left. And if you could sneak up on them, you could hack into their mechanical parts to make them go haywire and blow up the.
Yeah.
So it was a cool thing to juxtapose Castlevania gameplay with. But I guess when you're playing, when you're playing Raiden, you don't really need to break up that action.
That's cool.
Hack it.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I mean, that's the thing, that it breaks up the action, and it's just weird that, you know, you have this cool combat engine, but 9S is inherently neutered because he's missing half of the moveset that 2B has. And then also just like hacking, just, you know, doing these hacking games over and over and over again isn't especially fun. Especially once they get like really complex
Right.
and start taking more time than skill.
I mean, so far, just from watching you, I haven't gotten tired of watching this yet. I don't know how I'd be playing it, but
I'm already bored of it again.
oh, okay. But I mean, you're jaded from
Yeah,
from hours and hours. Of
yeah,
audio.
exactly.
May I remind you that personal chatter during operations is restricted?
Fine.
Oh, we got to cut back to chatter, Alex. We're on a high stakes hacking mission here.
Yeah. Sorry, 201. or whatever
Yeah.
her name is.
Oh, is that the last thing on your map there?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's the last hackable, thankfully. Because I love these flight unit things, but I do hate. I hate the 9S segments which are just hack a bunch of shit.
Right.
Although 9S can totally cheese one of the more difficult side quests, which is, I don't know if that was intentional or if it's an oversight. I didn't get to it with 2B because I was skipping like all the side quests, but there's this dude named Father Servo, and his whole side quest is he keeps having you bring him like parts so he can upgrade himself, and then he challenges you to a fight. He's like a kung fu master.
Okay. Cool.
And he scales up in level drastically each time. And so, like, eventually you're fighting, like, a level 99 dude, like, while you're, like, level, like, 30.
oh, I see.
But if you fight him as 9S, you can just hack him to insta-kill him. And, like, just cheese the whole quest, so... Yeah, I don't know what the hell...
I mean, that's how they do it in Ghost in the Shell. Freaking... Have you seen Standalone Conflict, the TV series of Ghost in the Shell?
That was my first exposure to Ghost in the Shell.
Infiltrate the base.
There was that episode when
Support by whatever means available.
Bato says, "Yeah, you know, Major, why don't you just get a male body? You'll be more macho and be stronger." And she just hacks him and makes him punch himself in the face. See, like, that's legitimate.
Man,
She probably had to play that. While she was doing that, I bet she had to fly a little triangle around and shoot a ball. And shoot a ball.
There is only one
you reminded me about how, when the movie came out, I saw somebody who writes a webcomic where, like, complaining about how he didn't like the Tachikomas because they sounded like they were voiced by a little girl. It's like, man, fuck you. The Tachikomas are awesome.
Yeah.
They were way better than I forgot what they're called, the ones from the original movie.
Yeah, the Uchikomas.
Yeah, he was saying that those were the better ones. And, like, that's objectively wrong.
You mean the ones that were like, target acquired?
Yeah! Like, Robot Sasami is the best robot.
Yeah.
Like, period.
I did like the live action quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool, and I really liked... I saw a lot of homage to the OG film.
Was ScarJo any good?
Come again?
ScarJo. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, that... Yeah, she was actually a really good, Motoko. I liked her.
Because the Major is a hard part to play. I mean, it seems easy on paper because she's kind of like emotionless, but there is a difference between playing someone... She's not emotionless, she's stoic.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
There's a difference.
It's about being stoic
Firing missiles.
and just letting the emotions be seen,
Yeah.
but not bleed out.
Exactly. You still have to emote.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to, like, very, very underplay it. Remember this bit?
Yes.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man.
Yeah, that boss fight was way easier this time.
Yep.
You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
Also, she does not have her
So, was
valve
that
or
big
her
old
cardboard
buzzsaw
box
the Goliath you
No.
came here to take
robot
out?
anymore, which is sad.
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right.
You could give
I'll
it to
work my
her.
way inside from the ground.
I would have appreciated that when I was playing her route.
Yeah.
Sadly, 9S uses the flight unit about as much as she does, so not nearly enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I haven't heard anything... I mean, aside from you, I haven't heard any opinions on the movie, aside from, yeah, should have been Asian.
Oh, God. Yeah, the freaking... These people with their... And I mean, maybe we do a taking time about it, but the short version
Glad
is...
you're here. Why? Scanners like me
Pe-
don't
like,
work alone.
it's pretty
Scanning out enemy
racist,
lines all
and
that. I don't usually get a partner.
I heard the asinine opinion somewhere on the internet
Sorry, ma'am.
And another
that
thing, stop calling me ma'am.
somebody took the
It's
stance,
unnecessary.
All right then.
if the source material, whatever race the people are in the source material, is what they should always be played as in any iteration of the thing.
So that guy must have loved Iron Fist.
Yeah, so he basically said anything that was originally set in Japan should have Japanese actors. You know, Harry Potter was great, all Englishers. You know, and anything like just keep the races homogenized and it's fine.
So, like, if they ever do a Cowboy Bebop movie, everybody's got to be Japanese, despite the fact that society is clearly Western.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop.
And that they're freaking a interplanetary society.
Yeah.
And in the show, there were people from every race. So,
Yeah. I'm of the opinion that... I mean, I'm of the opinion that if the story can be done by... Oh, wow. Oh, really?
no.
Shit.
Is it the bullcrap where we gotta start from the beginning?
I think it might be, yeah.
Alright, well then we can just... How close were you to the end there?
I'm actually not sure. I was too busy being indignant.
Yeah.
okay.
We're here. Okay, good.
Okay, good.
But you don't have Snake Beam.
I just switched to it.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. Huh. Okay, good. So unlike...
So it's not as cruel as the first playthrough.
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're just at the beginning of that same segment.
Awesome.
But yeah, if the story does not specifically call for somebody of a certain race, I think that it should just go to, it should be meritocracy, whoever is the best for the role.
Enemy lines
So,
and all
like,
that. I don't usually get a partner.
like Black Panther is a story about, an African dude taking place in Africa.
Yeah.
So you should only ever have an African playing
Huh?
Black Panther.
It's unnecessary.
Right.
Although
All right,
that
then.
would not that does not necessarily mean you should only have a black person playing Black Panther.
Right.
Because you do have white people living in Africa. And I'm actually kind of curious about the possibility of, like, a white actor just being amazing enough to do Black Panther.
Yeah.
That nobody can turn him down.
Just have it be Marshall Mathers. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
But like Iron Fist, for example, is explicitly the story of, you know, the ultimate recipient of white privilege, having that taken away from him, and ultimately becoming a better person as a result of it.
right.
So you cannot just replace him with like an Asian person, because the story becomes different now,
Yeah.
even though he's learning kung fu. But Ghost in the Shell is, you know, it's like cyberpunk in
Yeah.
in a society that has like kind of, they haven't completely abolished like the racial like divisions, but it's a lot more homogenized and integrated.
I mean, in my opinion, Ghost in the Shell is not a story about race at all.
It's not. It's a story about the human condition.
Yeah, and it's the human condition, quantifying the soul and the technological singularity and all kinds of things that could. The whole point of that whole, realm that it's dealing with is that it happens when a lot of people from everywhere come together, and we start quantifying things that have traditionally been in the realm of God.
Right. Exactly. That's the title. The Ghost in the Shell refers to how human. Where is the line between human and machine when you start replacing your body
Yeah.
with mechanical bits? And that's a prevalent theme that's recurring in the franchise as a whole. So yeah, short version is it has nothing to do with race.
Right. But I mean, it's like Death Note too. It's that story.
Yeah.
Yes, it was written by a Japanese guy, so he's like, whatever, Japan. But it could be anywhere. It's about an interdimensional being dropping a book in the human world. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like.
Yeah, it is not an inherently Japanese story.
Yeah.
I mean, the part that everybody remembers, he's eating potato chips.
Yes.
And that is a Western snack. So clearly, light should be played by and light is an English word.
There you go.
He's not Hikari, he's light. So clearly, he should be played by an American.
I actually like that. I need to see the live action, but
I totally forgot it was even a thing.
yeah,
Until you brought it up for the possible taking done.
yeah, but no, I'm picturing freaking these people that wanted all Japanese, and in their version, you'd have light saying, I'm gonna take this miso soup and eat it.
I would have gone with like rice crackers or something.
I'm gonna take this natto and eat.
More like, I'm gonna take this very tiny portion of natto
Yeah.
and make it last because food's insanely expensive.
Surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything like
Man, natto's disgusting. Have you tried that crap?
I have not, but I don't even know what natto is. But there is in the new Super Robot Wars game, for whatever reason, there is an entire stage revolving around natto. Like, one of the bad guys is like trying to get rid of all the natto in the world.
Well, good. Let him.
But like, one of the good guys, like I think it's like his grandpa or something, is like a natto like otaku, like the world's biggest natto fan.
Freaking old people love that.
Yeah. And like over the course of the stage, he like proves to everybody that like natto is important because like it's like a metaphor for like the human condition or something.
Of course
like
it is.
that. Like, oh yeah, and I think they beat the bad guy because they it's like he's invincible, but like if we whip it up like really fast, then like it becomes sticky, and then like they somehow like apply that to
For anyone that has not tried or is not aware of natto, natto is you take soybeans
right,
and you just let them ferment until they kind of form a slime, and then you eat that.
Yeah, that sounds gross. And like all the characters are like, oh, that looks fucking gross. But then like some of them are forced to eat it.
Yeah.
I think the bad guy's like gonna kill them by like drowning them in natto or something, and have to like eat their way out. And they're like, oh, this is actually really tasty.
No, it isn't.
Which sounds like a lie
Yeah.
after you've explained that. So yeah.
What's your status?
Yeah, Super Road Wars
This
gets
is the
kind of
target.
weird.
I'm going to destroy.
Oh, see how we can now read the language?
Right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So wait, why can 9S read it? Just because he has a bigger database?
No, because 9S uses that language to hack.
Oh, that's okay. I forgot you said that's the
Pointed out.
that's the computer language of
Yeah.
this world.
So fighting this guy is too much trouble, so we're gonna hack.
Please tell me you won't insta kill him.
I mean, not insta kill him, but
Ooh, impressive.
yes,
Can you just hack each part?
yes.
Oh, cool. This is kind of cool, actually. I like this. Like
I mean, it's a lot better in the beginning.
after, I
Like
mean,
you're gonna once we get to the dungeon that's like 90% hacking, you're gonna hate it.
well, because now that I've already seen you fight this guy traditionally, it's cool to see a different take on the same thing.
That that is one of the good things about hacking is we do have to retread several bosses from 2B's playthrough, and thanks to the hacking, we can make this all go by a lot quicker.
It's sort of like in
Like if you recall, the first time we fought Simone, the singing robot,
yeah,
9S like used his hacking and set her on fire.
yeah.
And so during that boss fight, you know, because 9S's capabilities are limited compared to 2B's, the smart thing to do is just to start hacking.
Yeah, it's kind of neat because oh wait, oh this is the same.
Yeah.
Okay, because you turn the missiles around. Ah, cool.
The other thing I like is that from the player perspective, everything stops when you're doing the hacking. But
Yeah,
because you're fighting alongside 2B, I'm assuming that what's kind of supposed to be happening in game is that like 2B is holding off the bad guy while 9S is like doing his hacking thing.
yeah. I mean, I imagine he's just flying around while he's hacking. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Well, I mean, like I'm talking about the non-flight unit
Right,
boss
right.
fights. Like
Yeah,
Simone, like in Simone, they're both there.
It's kind of the cool in Devil May Cry 4. It's sort of like that where you go one way as what's his fate, Nero?
Oh, so here's something interesting.
You go
So-
one way as one guy and fight all the same bosses as Dante. So what is this there?
So right now we're in offline mode because we got fucked up. So I have no sound. And
Oh, and you've gotta find your data or
I have
something?
no sound and I have no sight.
Okay.
So I have to go if I enable my visual
Oh,
systems. Then now I can see a little better.
Oh, so you can get more to gain more.
Yeah. See now
Ah, neat.
I'm expanding now I have my eyes back.
Oh, and if you don't do it fast enough, you'll get rebooted to the cloud or whatever.
I think so. I'm not actually sure what happens when you run out, but and then when I start rebooting my vocal systems, I get some of my hearing. I slowly get my sound back. See?
Cool.
Voice functionality recovered. External sound input confirmed.
I have to repair him. Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access the...
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair in
Shut up!
current...
Just do what I say!
2B. Just go.
You shut up too.
Like you barely met him at this point.
Yeah, funny that.
We're soldiers.
You should make a note of that.
Oh, okay. we still have more perspective.
There's quite a bit that gets
Flight
revealed
Unit. Command 677
across
received.
the different routes.
Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Please.
All right.
So this is the bit where she takes back the flight unit, and
Right.
she gets to have the cool fight against the Goliath.
Yeah.
Incoming enemy fighters detected.
Engaging.
Ah, you're the pod.
Yeah, I've got it. Well, I'm 9S, but his arms and legs don't work right.
Right, so he's controlling the...
Yeah, exactly. So we get a weird little impromptu shooting segment.
And I'm guessing they're trying to bypass the pod and kill his body.
Yeah, exactly. But missiles.
This part's way easier with missiles.
I still didn't have missiles at this point. Yeah, like, seriously. It's still situational, but Pod C is, like, the most helpful in the parts where you need it.
Yeah.
Not having to rely on the snake beam in this bit is really, really helpful. Also, not having to aim, like, at all.
Yeah, and I like the fact that the missiles spread out automatically based on the number of targets.
Yeah, it's really handy.
It's just sort of fire and forget.
2B.
Like,
I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support.
hacking.
I can hack it.
Hacking's so easy.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. Look at all that damage I did.
Seriously.
I made that whole cutscene happen just by holding down the Y button.
The control on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. Should be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
I like that he's just up here doing stuff. It'd be like having a mosquito that just wouldn't stop biting you on the neck.
Yeah, except when the mosquito like bites you in the neck,
You explode.
Yeah, he hits your pressure point.
Yeah.
It causes your bones to explode.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden.
And then yeah, this is the part where she
Enemy unit
grabs the hand.
subjugation.
Man, that was so cool when she anti-grabbed the hand.
Successfully commandeered the enemy unit.
Continuing support.
Yeah,
Oh man, what are you gonna hack now?
even though I don't really like the hacking mechanics, I do really like the way that 9S's story is flavored.
Memory data for unit
Where
9
he's just sort of the
updated.
he's the Alfred, the guy doing like lots of important shit, but you know, in the background.
Yeah, and I mean, in a lot of games, I'm finding more and more that support is a really fun role to play.
Oh yeah, that's like what's that thing that that Jack Black's character keeps saying in Brutal Legend about how like you know the best roadies are the ones that are never seen.
Yeah.
9S is the ultimate roadie. Like you never sell this shit.
Yep.
But I bet you if you compare the two routes like side by side, there's a lot of like, oh, that's why that happened.
Yeah.
Like moments.
You
A
just
sun chop.
die already!
Forget all that other massive structural damage. Stabbing the lens of the eye was what really did it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, mostly.
Talk about bringing the battle to them. 2B.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And then that happened. I forgot.
I mean, realistically, I could take them all with one hand tied behind my back.
Yeah.
Because hacking.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
2B. It was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
Wonder twin powers activate.
Form of fission explosion.
Shape of atoms.
Yeah. Okay, so the
Looks like it's
deal
time to
is...
help 2B get herself set up.
Just remind me,
She's
the deal
probably
is
waiting in
whenever
the
they
room now.
whenever they have to re-upload from the cloud, they're supposed to lose their like local memories, or they default back to.
Well, it's whatever. It's like a Steam cloud. It's whatever has been saved most recently.
Okay.
Like that's the state they're at. So we're gonna end the video here, but I want to do one quick
Sorry
thing
to barge
first.
in on you. Oh, looks like you've already
Oh, look at
started.
that.
Ah.
Better get to hacking.
Ah.
2B, can you hear me? I'm starting your boot sequence.
I remember this
First, you want
part.
to check your brightness
Yes,
setting.
and so the game. Remember
Does it
how,
remember how
yes.
you fucked with him?
Remember how he was recording it for posterity?
Oh, cool! I like that.
So the game. This is gonna replay exactly what I did.
There's a thing
Right then.
in
Let's
Outlast
get
2.
started. We'll go through
You
each
record
adjustment
things with
in
your
order.
video camera,
Let's start by getting the brightness
and you
set.
get video files. And when you look at the video files, it does exactly what you did.
Oh.
So if you did jackass things like zoom in on the boobs of some chick, then in the video file you're
How does
like
this
looking right at the boobs.
That's cool and something that
Roger that.
is
Oh,
like totally
and I should
appropriate
probably
for a
let you
game
know
where you're
that
toting
this
around a
entire
video camera the whole
process is being
time.
recorded for posterity.
My friend Jackie was
Now
playing,
let's take a look at your voice recognition
and there was a
settings.
dude that some
Seems your
horrible,
voice recognition is set to
you know,
mute,
wood folk
which
had
isn't
skinned
gonna
and
work.
put up on a stake.
I'm gonna call out to you.
And he was
now.
naked.
Make sure you can hear my
And so he's
voice.
like, oh, I gotta record this.
Ma'am?
And she just
Are you
zoomed in
there?
on the dick
you
and
hear me?
stayed there.
Was the dick like actually
hello?
rendered?
Yes, it was.
Go ahead and adjust
Skinned.
the settings so you can hear me, alright?
And
Wow.
Just the
Because
settings.
video-
normally they would just
Hear
give him
my
the
voice.
Kendall treatment.
Yep, her video is just the skinned dick.
Did you
That's a
try
good
and pick
name
up the
for
pace a
something.
little bit?
Like a bar or
This is getting embarrassing.
or something like
Ma'am, are you there? Can you hear me?
So we could skip this, but
hello?
yeah, I just think that's interesting.
Go
Yeah,
ahead
it's
and
cool.
adjust your settings so you can hear me, alright?
Oh, okay, I can't skip it.
Well, it says hold to
Are we
skip.
good now?
Oh.
Oh.
It wasn't letting me. I don't know if I waited too long.
Thank you.
But,
Oh,
or,
okay.
actually, I think,
Heck, my pulse rate is rising.
maybe the hold to skip was just part of the recording? I
Huh.
don't know.
It seems to be back to normal now.
Oh, right, that's when I said something really nice. I said, like, your voice is really soothing, 9S.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Your self-destruct permissions are missing.
Oh, yeah, and then you fought him.
Yeah.
I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know? Huh? Wait, no. You need to leave that turned on. Yeah, you can't really do that. It needs to be turned on, except in very specific cases. I'm afraid I can't leave this as is, ma'am. Please give your permission. Hey, come on now. I'm just trying to follow regulations here. Hey, come on now.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah, and
trying to
then we
follow
figured out it was
regulations
looping.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So, once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out.
And then I did it one more time.
Morning.
So yeah, I probably wouldn't ever do this again if we weren't LPing it.
I didn't realize that she was also wearing heels, too.
9S.
Yeah.
I mean, the
commander
maid
put me in
outfit
charge
with
of
the
your
skirt
maintenance,
with the
ma'am.
part missing is
That means
enough,
I'll be
but
performing
heels...
regular
Yeah, I
checks
almost
on you
made
from
I
now
almost
on.
made a joke about it during the previous video because they were showcased prominently
Oh,
when
don't
she
worry.
was like
We 9S
staggering
models
around
are the
like trying to
best
get to
around, you know.
9S's body.
I was actually really
Well, I
mad that they
suppose
did that to
we're not
Samus
exactly
in
known for our
Smash.
modesty.
Like, you...
But the hotness.
Heels!
9S.
Not combat effective.
What is it, ma'am?
But the
Stop calling
hotness.
me ma'am.
Huh?
Yeah, it's especially dumb that they were built
There's
into
no
the
need
Zero
to be
suit.
so
Yeah.
formal.
Like,
Well, that's the thing,
If you say so.
in most iterations, they're
I
okay.
almost
It's a
forgot.
slightly
The
raised
commander
heel.
was calling for
But
you.
in Smash,
We
she's
better go
got
see
the
what's
very
up, man.
pronounced...
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's
To be-
part of the boot...
That's what-
boost,
yeah.
the booster shoe thing.
that's what I'm saying.
And it's like, oh, come on, you guys.
It's not even like she's just
You
choosing
need
to
to
wear
give
it.
an
Like that's
access
part
point
of
to
her
save your
uniform.
data.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
can
built
see
into
access
the
points on
uniform.
the close range map.
And
Be sure to
presumably
save
her
often.
power armor goes over the high heel, which is just weird.
Yeah. Well, no, that's right. Most of the time, it's not there. But
But it's just weird that
yeah.
that the power armor like goes over your high heel and just makes a regular boot.
Well, the power armor is secret Chozo tech and is kind of gene locked and summoned out of thin air.
But
and
if
then
she's
sort
gonna-
of disappears into.
But if she's gonna wear robot shoes anyway, why
Yeah.
even give her the?
I mean, her suit and Zero's suit sort of morph
Yeah.
about. Anyway.
Anyway,
Time to end.
yeah, we're done with the video. So
We'll see you guys.
we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.